Hello. All right. So, ladies, just trying to do a very quick one. Okay. So before the kids start to come in and disturb the whole situation. All right. So a few important things. Okay. So one thing is okay. The performance is I would say quite good. All right. Especially down that Faye actually joined us. So the performance, the dancers, all this, it has elevated. A large way. And I would say that despite the difficult situation at Meridian Secondary School, yeah, everything is I would say it's very good lah. Okay, it's not really easy, but of course, like I shared, we still can control the crowd. All right, so this kind of crowds, okay, it comes from my own experience. So you guys know that I teach as well. So there are right at the start, there are certain classes, there are certain groups that I know that I can't do it. But eventually, now it reaches a stage where I can do it. All right, of course, different schools will need different techniques. Okay, so it's just that what I always say: be in control. So Sophie, Angel, Ray, and Faye. Okay, so at times you guys exhibit that. So, for example, what Sophie has been doing. All right, so this is something that we can all learn. So she actually take control when she is asking, "Hey, what's which version do you like?" So she don't follow the script at all because this is a moment where you follow the script, it will not work. So you have to be in control. So okay, so she look at the audience, so she knows what to do. So it's something like you have to imagine that you are in control. You want reaction from the audience. Right, so it can be they might not react to you, but there are certain ways you do it. They can react to you. That's what Sophie has been doing. All right, so this is one example. Which there's a lot of segment where you guys did really capture the crowd. Especially this is something that really is fresh in my mind. So what Sophie is doing is she is looking at everyone. Hey, I need your help. I need your help. Okay, so you talk to them. Don't assume like you are actually in a play, that kind of thing where you are not interacting with audience. Now you are interacting with the audience. Okay, guys. Okay, shh. I need your help. All right. So I'm really stressful right now. I don't know what to do. Okay, I think you guys really need to help me. Okay, can fine, guys. Okay, help me. Okay, I'm gonna play two versions of the song, version one and version two. So let me after that. Okay, please tell me. I really need help. Which version is better? See, interact with the audience, talk to the audience, be in control. Okay, these kind of things can definitely improve. So, but I would really say that it is extremely good. All right, so yeah, so the people from Kindness SG, they definitely would have agreed as well. Okay, but there's something that we really must discuss. Okay, they are the sponsors. Okay, and they are representing Kindness SG. So which is they are a very big and important organization. So everyone there would want to do a good job. So sometimes it's in government organization, and then most many people in the corporate world, they will want to do a good job because if something goes wrong, it can really affect themselves and of course affect the organization. So that is why, even though the job is good, but what they actually need is a good job. Of course, they want great job. That's why they choose us. They choose this story. Okay, you see, other assembly shows, maybe Zhang Rui can share. Okay, other assembly shows, it's not really so interesting. Ours is damn interesting. So that's why they choose us. But the thing is that they also not just want a good performance; they want a smooth performance as well. So they would be worried if, hey, are you guys not prepared? Why are you guys not prepared? Why are you guys um, doing things a little bit in the last minute? All right, so they will be worried about this. So actually, in the background, they are always checking to ensure that things are going very smoothly. So they are these are things in the background. Okay, so they are always asking me, when is that time, or when is are we able to get a new person? When are we going to have rehearsal? All these they are checking, and they need to know. So that's why you can see Rachel actually asked this question. Okay, when are you going to have your rehearsal? Because she knows that the rehearsal is not enough. Okay, so for us, we know that rehearsal is okay. We have actually do rehearsal before we meet Sophie. Just a minute. Can you? That's why I say don't pass her the markers. Okay, I'll come in later. Okay, let me finish first. I'm talking to people. See, I got to do this fast. Okay, okay. So yeah. So you can see, ladies. All right. So it's very very important that we actually um um, be more mindful of what we say. All right. Otherwise, so what we want is they are now at this month looking for next year project. All right. No, let's get it. All right. Let's try to get it. So what they really really want is not just good show, but also a beautiful, a smooth progress. Right. So they know that our rehearsal is not enough. So they need one. Okay, so please be mindful of what you are saying. Don't say things like, "Oh, this is my first time. I am not I'm a bit nervous." So it shouldn't have happened. If you have enough rehearsal, it should be smooth. All right. So don't be sharing things like feel free to share your views on how to improve, okay, but just we have to make sure that the impression or what we have been doing is actually to show that, to give them confidence that we are prepared. That is an important message, okay. We just don't share message that we are not ready for performance, because you cannot be not ready for a show. You should be ready for all the shows. Even for the very first show, you should be ready. Okay, so this is like a very very important message. Okay, now for the show wise, all right, for the show wise, it's also very important that okay, so feel free to improvise. Okay, in fact, many of your improvisation is extremely good. Okay, like I keep on saying, Faith actually says you don't hand in half done assignment. This is superb. Okay, then Angel also have a lot. You actually improvise. Sorry. Angel actually improvised. My this is a bit rush. Okay, Faith is not really there to help me at times this week. Okay, because she has some assessment to do. So I'm a bit rushing the script. So you can see that it's not that good. So Angel's English is so much better, and she improved a lot on the words as well. Okay, so feel free to continue to use your to say in your own way. All right, but I will feel that okay, it is important we follow the sequence. Okay, it's not a lot. So like first scene, okay, I would say that Sophie and Angel, that part, you guys are already so used to it. Okay, feel free to be able improvisation. All right. So and scene six, I understand that there are some changes. Okay, feel free to change that. Okay, so it's scene five. Okay, we are updating scene five. Scene four has already been sent. Scene five, we are just going to make it simple. So Angel share with Faye her issue, and Faye will teach Angel. Then after that, Faye will share with Angel her issue, and Angel will teach Faith. Then after that, all four will come together and they ask questions. Then we do a finale. Okay, it's just as simple as this. Okay, it's very very simple. All right, so we cut short a little bit. There are some a bit of words we still need to work on for scene five. So Faith, Faith and Angel part, just two three paragraph. I know it's really really sorry we are doing this last minute. Okay, but I'm really really rushing on my end. So really please, okay, but most of the things is still there. All right, so very very important. Okay, so this one last thing already. Okay, 8 minutes already. I thought 8 minutes already. Very very important. Okay, feel free to use your own script, but I think let's follow the flow, because otherwise we may miss things. Okay, we may miss things, miss our points, and it can be confusing for others. Okay, so some can very good, you can improve, but some can get confused, especially you need to act, sing, dance, and remember the flow and modify the flow. All of a sudden it can be challenging. All right, so please let's just follow the flow. Okay, and one last thing, okay, that I would like to share is okay, what I want to say, yeah, follow the flow, and then I wanted to say, okay, important that we follow up the flow of the sequence, and then wow, I really can't remember already. Okay, so okay, so let's just make sure that we follow the flow. Okay, and okay, so to summarize lah, okay, so the performance is awesome. Okay, then please. Oh yeah. Okay, one important thing. Yes, I remember recall already. Okay, so number one. Okay, I just recall. Okay, number one. We did an awesome job. Number two, please do not show them the impression or say things that we are not prepared. Okay, it shouldn't be happening. Okay, so the circumstances. Okay, let me explain a little bit now. Okay, so although the last show ended in May last month. Okay, in May and end of April, starting of May. Okay, but after that, some of you know that we have another project going on in June, and then we actually take a while to actually find Faye. Okay, so Faye already confirm. Because we go through agent, so-called a friend lah, who is also doing a little bit of agent work, who has a wide contact. Okay, so those who know who lah. Okay, sorry Jay lah. Okay, then so it take a while to find Faye. Okay, by the time Angel has already left. Okay, so Angel has already told me way in advance already. All right. So okay, I wouldn't say that it's anyone to. No, there's definitely nothing, no one's to blame, but it's just really the circumstances is difficult. All right. Although we should really have done way in advance. I see a baby cry already lah. Okay. Also 11 minutes telling me to chop wrap up. Okay. Then number three is we please do follow the flow. You can use your own words, but please follow the flow. Okay, the flow that is already put up. It's not a lot. Okay, so it's very straightforward. Okay, I will feel that it's straightforward. There is a pattern behind it. All right, so it's basically it's just like I shared. Angel share her problem, Faye solve it. Then Faye share her problem, Angel solve it. So it's just that kind of thing. You know, you see the pattern. It can be very easy already. But in the fourth point, very very important point. Okay, so why do we need quite a bit of changes from? Oh yeah, so one thing is to be honest, they also give me a meeting very last minute as well. Okay, to request for all these changes. Okay, so not exactly our fault, Okay, but okay, not saying anybody's fault because things are doing quite good. Okay, and then okay, so one thing is that the message about racial harmony needs to be a lot more stronger, which I myself agree when I watched the first two shows. Okay, so they requested for more. I also requested for more, and I also want to improve on how the whole thing works. So previously, it's very abrupt. Okay, like scene 4 and 5. I find that it's too abrupt already. It's suddenly we don't know what is going to happen. It's just 3 minutes. That scene is 3 minutes. So I just don't really see it. So that's why I try to make it a little bit more smooth. Alright, so of course I overdo it, which I already shown you that we have cut short it, right? But I still feel a bit abrupt. So okay, so the meaning is not really there. So that's why when some of the very very important keywords when we talk about culture, it has to be there. So please, those parts are key. We have to say it. All right. So in fact, many of the things are already removed. So those are left are the important ones to talk about culture, race. Okay, race and culture. All right, and maybe just a quick reminder over here with this video. Okay, I have 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, now it's already 13 minutes, 37 seconds. Okay, so very important. Okay, it's just 4 things. Okay, at the last scene. So you will share about your story, what you have done wrong. Okay, then link it to Singapore Society on Racial Harmony. Okay, and then ask students a question and summarize and rephrase it. Okay, express and expand a lot more. So you can see that answer is just short and simple. Okay, express, expand more to make sure that they gain something. Then after that, okay, that's all. All right, so all 4 of you, each of you got 1 question. Angel has 2 questions. Okay, Angel, your question is very important. Angel, your question is that we have to say, Angel, your question is, okay, something along the line of why is racial harmony important in Singapore? What happens if we don't have racial harmony? Okay, these 2 questions. All right, so ask them. Okay, so yours is very, very important. After that, you can come together to sing one more time. Okay, and remember, get students to sing. All right, so at that time, I would feel that okay, you guys just like do it a theatrical. Okay, okay, let's clap together. 1, 2, 3, and then you guys sing already. Of course, they are not going to follow that. Okay, be in control. Okay, so Sophie and Ray, you guys can. Okay, we need your help. Okay, remember your lines. Okay, when are you going to do your lines? Okay, remind them. Okay, you can practice a bit also. Then go over to the other side. Okay, remember the chorus is like that. Okay, let's practice again. All right. So once everybody is practice once. Oh yeah, I think I'll write it down. Okay, everybody practice once. Okay, then we can start clap. Get everybody to clap. Okay, get everybody to clap. All right. So after everybody clap, then we just get ready. Okay, just sing. Okay, so one time the song is about 3 minutes. It should get everybody's energy throughout. We want that experience. Okay, and remember, we are going to have a videographer on the day. We want that experience as well. Okay, and then you don't. Yeah, we want that experience. All right. So before that, I shared. Okay, we are going to make a music video. Okay, I quite shocked. Faye actually asked, "What is MTV?" Oh my god! I think Angel and I will feel so old. Okay, what is MTV? Wow, ayo. Okay, sorry, I use a wrong generation. We should use a YouTube video clip. Okay, great. So please be prepared. Okay, very important. Be prepared. Okay, so we will have a fruitful rehearsal on Monday morning. Okay.